Hey guys, so yeah, we have a new joinee today with us. He's Ashwin Kumar. So yeah, hi Ashwin Kumar. We are delighted to invite you for the training sessions that are mm, that are gonna happen regularly. Okay, in between. Usually it was 6:30 to 7:30. Since like you have asked to reschedule to 7. The other people on the bridge, Alagendri and Kishore, they kind of agreed to this timing. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, tell me about yourself, Ashwin.
Yeah. I am Ashwin Kumar. I currently working in Transparency Private India Limited.
Can you be little audible? Your voice is not.
Yeah. Is it not audible?
Yeah.
I am Ashwin Kumar.
Hmm?
I am currently doing my job at Transparency Private India Limited as an IT support. I completed my graduation in Bangalore
Okay.
in the course Computer Science Engineering at Kingston Engineering College.
Okay. Which college?
Kingston Engineering College. Bangalore.
Kingston. Okay. 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 Cool. Cool. So probably you're new to this technology, right? So
Yeah.
how did you know about this technology in the first place?
My father's owners told me to join this course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. So apparently, you landed up in a very good technology. Okay. So this is something that, using this technology, you can achieve a lot of functionalities using a point and click without the use of coding. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. So guys, I think, yeah, maybe I can give some basics to him on Salesforce, so that it will also be a brush up session for you guys. Okay. So the things which I'm gonna tell. So from tomorrow, yeah, probably we can yeah, get into this process builder thing, but still yeah, anyways, probably from month end I'll be restarting the classes. So at that time I would be, like demoing you with each examples and things. So yeah. So yeah, Ash, so basically in another technologies, you need to have like a lot of server rooms to maintain that data inside the server, or any such things. It is like a lot of process. Okay. So you require a lot of man power, or you require a lot of infrastructure place. You require a lot of coding efforts, developer efforts, everything. Okay. But Salesforce, they have come up with a idea and tool to host it on cloud. Okay. Cloud computing. It's not like, yeah, I'm telling it in common. Okay. So if at all, if you wanted to go in mute, you can go, no issues. So I'll be telling what is Salesforce and all other things. Okay. So that the other people also can have a brush up of concept. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so the cloud computing mainly comes up with, you will buy some of the space from that person. Okay, so which means that Salesforce is the person who will be selling you the cloud storage. Okay, so imagine Gmail, you have G Cloud, right? So that G Cloud thing, if at all, if you wanted to upload any data under that one, you will obviously choose a path. You will obviously send a mail to Gmail team saying that hey, I need some extra data from your site. I need some 30 GB of data. Please provide me that, right? So that's what you're going to ask that person. So as per the pricing, as per the thing you pay, he'll be providing you the cloud storage, right? So cloud storage, the advantage of cloud storage is you don't have to really depend upon where the data is. For example, if at all, if you have some earthquake, or if you have some, imagine in 2015 flood, complete Chennai was like destroyed, right? There was a situation in DLF Porur, okay? So Cognizant, they had their server room in the LB and UB, which means it's under the ground floor, right? So they didn't have such idea, like, there would be so much rains and it would break the dam and all this chaos would happen. Okay, so they were not aware of it. So they, what they did was they kind of like had the server for one particular project under the basement. Okay, so what happened was, since that Chembrambakam dam got broke, right? Water and all flowed through, like Porur is near Chembrambakam Lake. Okay, so of whole of DLF and that place surrounding DLF and all, it was fully flooded. And what happened was this server rooms and in Cognizant, right? So these server rooms got destroyed, okay, which means that the data has got destroyed, and client obviously he is not going to take up the responsibility for the natural calamities that has happened, right? So as far as he is concerned, he's running his business in US, and he just want his business to run in a right way, without his people or his clients losing business, right? Because imagine, like, if you keep losing data like this, your client is not going to have an integrity with you. He's simply going to say like, hey, this Salesforce guys, like, not Salesforce, this technology guys, whatever they do, they host their database in a separate thing, and then if something happens, like, we cannot take the risk to lose all the data, right? Because imagine we are running our business for 5 years, and we'll be having 5 years of data in their system, and they come and say, hey, we have lost all your data because of the server room which got flooded. So you can't say some reason like that. Okay, it's obviously going to bring a negative impact on your company and on your team, right? So in such things, cloud, like, we don't have to worry about anything, whatever it happens, like natural calamities or whatever, right? The main important thing is you don't have to come to office to work for Salesforce, right? It's just like Facebook or Gmail or any other cloud. Okay, you just have your credentials, you can log in and then get into Salesforce instance. Okay, so this is the main advantage of cloud computing, right? So you can work anywhere if you have internet connection connected to your laptop, and also you can log in to Salesforce using your mobile also. Okay, so Salesforce also provides mobile version. So some of the clients, they kind of like ask, like, we want it in mobile version, so we want it here and also in mobile version. Okay, so to such clients, what we can do, we can ask them to download the Salesforce app, and then log in with their credentials and make use of whatever objects they are. Okay, I mean, whatever objects they require. So yeah, cloud computing is something that you're going to do nothing. Okay, so it's just that you're going to buy a license from Salesforce, and Salesforce kind of charges that license for the space that you're going to buy. Like, for example, each you can have like, for example, if your business is having like 50 users, they can have 50 different licenses. Okay, they can have 50 licenses under them, and they will be assigned to different profiles, which I'm not going to confuse you at the moment. The other people in this call, I have completed that topic for them, but yeah, maybe when the time comes, I can tell what is profile and all, right? And yeah, so cloud computing, it's always like remote server hosted on a internet. Okay, so you can have control over that data that you own. Okay, so it's not like yeah, if at all if you're going to give access to some other person, he's also having that privilege to view your data. Okay, so you don't need, simply you don't need a office structure, or you don't need a server room kind of thing to work on Salesforce. So one of the advantage that you can do, because after COVID, so these work from home conditions and all these things, Salesforce got boomed even much more better, right? So it had that scope to like kind of make the clients believe that okay, Salesforce is a booming tool, and we don't have to take care, or the risk of losing data or anything. Okay, so we have everything in place. We're just going to purchase license from Salesforce, and we create the data. Data is going to be stored in the cloud, okay, which is undisturbable. Like you can't disturb the data. Okay, if at all, if you want the data, you're going to ask and get it. Otherwise, like whatever happens, nothing can be done, because like yeah, it's already stored in cloud. Okay, so that's one of the major advantages of Salesforce, because Salesforce runs on this cloud computing. Okay, so basically Salesforce is a cloud computing tool. Okay, so it does not run on any server. Okay, so I mean, when I say any server, it's not like the internal servers that you use inside the rooms and things. Okay, it's the cloud server. Okay, so yeah, you can ask me, okay, using Salesforce, what are all the things we can do? Okay, usually Salesforce is a CRM. CRM, the meaning behind CRM is customer relationship management. Okay, which means that the name itself depicts that the relationship between customer and the I mean the seller. Okay, so if at all, if I have a business, okay, so I have a soap business, and I have like a customer base, maybe like imagine I have like 5,000 members using my soap. Okay, so so I wanted my users, I mean my company employees, to kind of like leverage the sales, right? Like I wanted my customer base to grow. So I will let my employees use Salesforce to finish the deals, or to capture the deals, or to code the deal. So whatever it is, you can do using Salesforce. Okay. So this is one of the advantages of Salesforce, that you generally can get it. Okay. So you get to do all these customer relationship activities in this tool. Okay. So imagine I'm running a soap business, and I have like 50 employees working around under me, and I've given the Salesforce instance to them to create data. Like for example, if at all if a person is interested, so his name will be entering into lead. So this is the so okay. Imagine I'm new to the business. I'm doing the soap business, and I'm new to this field, and I need to make some promotion in order to make people know about my product, right? So what I'll be doing, I'll be having like different methods to promote my object. I mean my product, right? For example, I can have it in an internet mailing. Okay, so I can send mails to different persons, like different people, and I can also send like email, phone call. Okay, so I can also make a phone call and tell them, hey, there's a new product in the town and all these things. And also I can send a memo or something like. So I have different methods. Okay, so imagine yeah, you're going to a mall. Okay, so you're going to mall, and pretty much on Sundays and Saturdays you can find any people having stalls. Okay, so any product having stalls to promote their product. So basically, people who are going to visit that mall, they're going to have a look at this product, and they will have like sample things to try to be tried out. Okay. So whoever comes, they'll say like, hey, please try a product. If at all, if you like it, please enter your name in this form, enter your enter your name or enter your number, all these things, right? So enter all these things and give us, so that the next time when you're interested in our product, we might send you some of the offers or something. Like, you, if you're interested, you can get it from us, and we have some pretty much good deal that you can get through, right? So the process that you're going to take is called as, the event that you're going to host is called as campaign. Okay. And the people who are interested under that campaign. Okay. So for example, there is VR mall, and I'm conducting a campaign under this mall, in this mall, and people are like coming through that place, and they're like giving a try on this sample, and they're getting the sample, and they're kind of like giving their reviews. Okay. Like, okay, we are gonna try, we're going to try this soap. Yeah, they're giving their number. So which means that the people who are people who are attending this campaign, okay, this event in VR mall, they will be uh, under leads. Okay. And the campaign is going to be as VR mall campaign. Okay. Imagine there are like a lot of campaigning happening. Okay. Not only in VR mall, in city center, or Skywalk Mall, or Express Avenue Mall, whatever. Okay. So whatever malls you have, you will kind of like have that thing in place. Okay. So if at all, if I'm attending the event in EA Mall, I'll be coming under that campaign. Okay. So I'll be the lead under that campaign, which is happening in Express Avenue Mall. Okay. So for example, if at all, if Kishore, or if Ashwin is kind of attending this campaign in a different mall, uh, Ampa Mall. Okay. So that it means that that person is going to uh, be added as a lead under that particular campaign. Okay. So that's how lead object and campaign object is related. Okay. Campaign is something called as event. Okay. Remember it as event. And lead is something called as people who are interested in that event. Okay. Which means the people who are showed in their interest towards that event. Okay. So so basically we have like five standard objects and important objects that Salesforce provides. Okay. Using that, you can pretty much run your business. Okay. So that's something that Salesforce, they kind of created and gave us, so that we can have something in place. Like, yeah. So yeah, we can have that in place, right? Without having to create a new things by ourselves from the scratch. Salesforce by default, they provide it, so that you're just going to create some tool, some records under that particular thing. So yeah. So as I already told you, cloud is something that are sold on a subscription or paper basis. Okay. And also cloud service, you can provide services through Salesforce also. For example, you can create your own app. Okay. We have something like Google Play Store in Salesforce as well. That is called as Salesforce App Exchange. Okay. So in Salesforce App Exchange, you will be able to download the existing apps. Okay. So if you go to Google Play Store, you'll be having a lot of apps which you will be able to download it by yourself, right? And also you also have the option in the developer version. You can go and create a new app and publish your app on the Google Play Store, right? So yeah. So yeah. So you can create a new app by yourself in Salesforce as well, and provide that app as a service to your clients. Okay. And also you can use that as platform as a service, and also infrastructure as service. So all these things you will be able to do using this Salesforce. Okay, so these are all the examples that come under specific service. Okay, so for software as service, you have Salesforce App Exchange, all these things, and platform as a service, you have force.com, and infrastructure as a service, of course, you can give uh, you can, yeah, actually you can provide an infrastructure as a service as well. Okay, so we have some feature called field FSL. Okay, field service lightning, which is like for example, if if your employees are doing some field work, they need some app to kind of like register their workload, or the hours which they how many hours they had worked, or some of the details like that, right? So these are all the things that you'll be able to do it in the field service lighting, which is like to to booming feature that is there in Salesforce. Okay, so most of the clients, they're asking for this FSL feature to be enabled, because uh, if at all, if they have some field works or kind of things, you don't have to separately create something. It's just going to be like a console or portal, so that whatever it is, they can quickly update and do. So imagine you have like Swiggy or Ola, right? So that thing also you will be able to do using FSL, field service lightning, which means that based on the person who's available on that area, you can select the orders, right? Like this order near you, they wanted something to be delivered, and the restaurant is this. So based on that, that person is going to automatically choose which location he has to go to deliver the food. Okay, so if at all, if it's next to his the place that he stays or something like that, they will be choosing the place which is close to that, so that they can drop the passenger in that place and then go back to their home. So that's how usually they do. Okay, so that's one of the feature that Salesforce they provide. Okay, and also you have like the advantages. Just a minute, guys. So yeah, pretty much we have the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing. So advantages is it is such a cost efficient one. We don't need infrastructure first of all. So infrastructure, of course, you're going to rent a place, you need to pay rent to that place, and you need to pay power bill, right? Like the electricity bill, all these things. Okay, so server room or chairs. So it's really cost efficient when you kind of work in yeah, when you work in remotely, right? So you don't need of course you need current or you need internet, but it's all going to be the individual thing. It's not like you have to come to your office. And main thing, office, they don't want to have a office space better setup, so that they have to pay rent and electricity bill, all these things. Okay, so it is definitely a cost reducing tool. Okay, and also it's very easy to access, because we are all connected, and we are all connected to internet. Okay, so whatever it is, if you have internet, you'll be able to do so, which means that it is very easy to access. It's not like you need to go to your office. So some of the technology, right, they will have uh, like very much security. Okay, which means that mainframe systems and all, they work for banking sector. Okay, so those people, they kind of like have a lot of a lot of security and things, and you will not be able to log into their portal from your home. Okay, only if you come to their office, they you will be able to work. And also you'll not be allowed, you're not supposed to use mobile inside the workstation. Okay, so that's how it's going to be, because the security that they wanted, right? They don't want their data to leak outside, even if you like take a picture of thing, because in the end, if at all, if you're going to leak your customer data, it's obviously going to be a problem for your client, and also for you, because they're going to blame you saying that, because once they kind of like have projects in place, they'll obviously get something in this way. Okay, so if they have projects in place, they're obviously going to put a agreement before starting the project, saying that, hey, this thing, right? So this is going to be something here, right? And also upgrade, which is like very much helpful to us, right? So for example, if you're having an Android mobile, often you will get this upgrade thing, right? So in the upgrade, you can see what are all the things that they're developing, right? If at all, if you have any things that has to be developed, or if at all, if they have anything that needs to be improvised or enhanced, uh, obviously they're going to have some action items, okay, under that. So those are the things that they kind of develop. And Salesforce, they have this healthy manner where in each force, like we have autumn, spring, summer, winter, right? So they have this four seasons. Okay, so each season they kind of like release this upgrade, okay, which says that uh, on each mm, upgrade they're going to have something improvised or enhanced. Okay, so which is like really good. Of course they're going to enhance or improvise based on our needs. Okay, so which is useful for their users, they're gonna do, because obviously if they wanted the client to be yeah, just a minute. Yeah, obviously they're gonna have this thing tagged, right? So yes, and also reliability. You don't have to worry about the reliable data, because you're gonna have everything in place. Okay, so you need not worry if at all if your data is gonna be lost, or if at all if the data is going to be missed, because Salesforce, they're going to organize your data in a sequential manner or organized manner. Okay, you don't have to worry about storing your data in different place or this place or anything. Okay, and also this has a like simple user interface, which I already told you. Okay, so you can like simply whoever it is, okay, it's just going to be some form like Facebook homepage. Okay, so that's similar to that. Okay, so if I go to Salesforce and show you, so this is going to be my homepage. So this is something that you have in Salesforce, I mean like Facebook as well, right? So once you click on this homepage, yeah. Yes, Ashwin. This is a limited version. Okay, so it's going to be there only for 40 minutes. So once
Mm,
this link got expired, okay, I mean the
okay.
meeting gets end, you need to join in the same link. Okay, the link which
Okay.
you used to join now. Okay, so
Mm,
this after 10 minutes, it's automatically you have this remaining time, right? So once this
yeah.
is
Okay.
done, you're automatically going to have this thing, right? Like
Mm,
this will be ended. So I'd recommend you to join back
uh,
again. Okay.
yeah. I
So
need to rejoin again.
yeah, we can finish the rest of the 20-minute session. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, coming back to the document. Okay. So yeah, you're going to have some. Okay. So you're going to have the home page in this way, and you can pretty much find all the settings here, so which I'll be showing you. So today I'm just going giving you this overview. So from tomorrow, as I show you the things that these people have already come up with. Okay, so you might have an idea, but it's not like, okay, if you're stuck up somewhere, it's okay, like you have the recordings to view. And also we are planning to like take the sessions from the beginning. Okay, so that's what Prasad has told me. So by this month end, maybe I'll be going with this speed to other two people, and again I'll be going from the beginning. So other two like Kishore and Alagendra, if at all if you want, you guys can like have this as a brush up session. Yeah, so disadvantage security, of course, security is something that uh, we have issues like throughout. Okay, even like Instagram accounts or Facebook accounts, whatever accounts, they're getting hacked. Okay, so security is always being some of the one of the threat as long as hackers are there, right? So yeah, so security, it is like somewhat less. And also you have limited controls, like you can have access only to the data that you create, or the data that is already there in the system. Like you can't have like extensive features or extensive functionalities. Okay, so that's one of the thing. And internet, of course, if at all, if you're going to have a bad internet, uh yeah this yeah, if you're going to have a bad thing, like it's going to be, it's going to be really tough. Okay, so we will not be able to access the Salesforce application. Okay, it's just as same as the other apps also. So if you don't have access to internet, you will not be able to access YouTube app or Facebook or Netflix, right? So that's the same thing here also. And as I already told you, CRM is something called as customer relationship management. And CRM, like it's a tool that basically company uses, okay, just to analyze their business, how their business is running, how to manage and analyze the interaction, the customer interaction and their data. Okay, so if at all, if you are running business in 4 different zones in Chennai, you wanted to know which zone is making the best business, right? So those kind of things you will be able to do it using reports and dashboard features in Salesforce. Okay, using that you will be able to give some particular data, or massage the data and display the data in a pictographical way, so that you guys will be able to have, yeah, the people who are running the business, they're going to have high level visibility on that. Okay, and the goal of CRM, of course, goal of CRM is only to improve business relationship with customer and assisting in customer retention, which means that if at all, if they have any problem with our product, they're obviously going to come back to the customer support, right, or customer service. So those kind of things also, Salesforce by default, they provide one object where you can capture the defected things. Okay, so for example, if your customer has some issue with the refund policy, or if they have some issue with the quality of the product, they can log a case, right? So those kind of thing, we have an object called case where you can log in a case and then have that assigned to any person, the customer service, the customer support, support service people, and they can kind of have this in place, right? Yeah. And MVC. So if you had worked in IT, you would have idea about this one, MVC. Okay, which means that model view controller. So I would say that basically Salesforce or whatever object oriented program, okay, it works on this particular thing. So for example, you have this MVC, which means that M denotes model, okay, V denotes view, and C denotes controller. Using this, whatever IT technology, right, it works on this format. So view is something that you're going to have it as outside one. Okay, so the user interface view, which means that this is called as view, and this is something that is going to be visible to end customer. Okay, but the things that they did to put this page in place, okay, that's something called as backend. Okay, so backend is something called as controller. Okay, so controller, using the coding language, you'll be using all this controller. Okay, so for example, Apex class. So for Java, you're going to have Java classes, and for .NET, you're going to have C sharp as coding language. So you have like C, C++, Java, all these things, right? So these are called as controller classes. Okay, so these are the things which are going to hold the logic of your business. Okay, so for example, your business wanted something to be automated, based on their business criteria. So what is the programming language which you use in the back end in order to achieve their functionalities called as controller, okay? C. And view is something that you have an user interface, okay? So the exterior part which you see is called user interface, and model is something called as sockle or sossel, okay, which means that so in another programming language, you pretty much have this called as SQL, okay, structured query language. So using the syntax that you will be entering, okay. So when I say syntax, it's going to be like select ID. So what are all the details that you wanted from different tables? You will be able to extract those details, giving specific query conditions, okay. So if at all, if you, so imagine I have business running on 4 divisions, Chennai, North, South, East, and West, and I wanted some details from South zone, okay. So what I'll be doing, I'll be giving like zone is equal. So I wanted the details like name, phone number, email ID, address. So these are all called as columns. Okay. So I want these 4 column details under, yeah, yeah, I wanted 4 details under this particular table. Okay. Saying that the zone is equal to south. Okay. So so which and all records has the details and the zone as south, okay, Chennai South. So they will be kind of like getting all these information into the system, okay. And also Subsel structure objects search language. So if at all, it's not only that you can extract details giving certain filter criteria, you can also search using specific keyword, okay. So if at all, if you wanted to search saying that which and all accounts has the zone as south or something like that, right? Like if you have some criteria, you can simply do that using this Saucil, okay. And so this is the one which basically like all the programming language runs. So you also need to have something like this in place, okay. So model database and also so these are all the things that are running. So controller is something, the logic, so that will be in the back end, and view is the front end, okay. So we call logic in the back end, and view is going to be front end, and model